Hi everyone, greetings from Bali. Me and Danny today wanted to share with you a mukbang, answering some questions and just giving you a little fruit tour.
We will eat some fruits with you while discussing cellular environment, the importance of changing your environment when you want to detoxify yourself, and also how do you get to the tropics, to a place like this that we're in now.
Yes.
Because a lot of you are asking these questions, so we just want to let you know how we did it. So.
Yes. And I just want to share that this is a special mukbang because number one, we promote eating fruits. We promote eating soil-rich, ripe, organic, fresh, equatorial, exotic fruits. We don't promote junk food, which a lot of people do on YouTube. And secondly, what we discuss, we hope will inspire you, motivate you, and raise you to a higher version of yourself. We're not going to talk about boring things happening in our lives. If there are boring, we actually do a lot of fun things, but basically what I'm saying is about you. We're doing this for you. We're doing this to help you, inspire you. I hope you crave these fruits when you look at us eat them, and if you do have some fruits, grab some and just enjoy yourself wherever
And
you
eat
are.
with us.
Eat with us. So today, Danny's bought, as you've seen on the video, buah naga, which is the local name for
Dragon fruit,
Dragon fruit.
aka pitaya. I don't know. I'll speak a little bit louder because I don't know if you hear me.
Yes.
I want to make sure that you hear us properly. So.
Yeah, I think we should speak loud.
And also we have some watermelon that is called semangka in Indonesian. And we have some passion fruit, which I don't know what the local name is, and coconuts. And I will actually dive into the dragon fruit.
Yeah, let's just give him a close-up of that one thing. Just give it.
So these are not local, but they come from Java.
Java is an island. If you look on Google Maps, it's west of Bali.
So nice. They're really beautiful.
And we also got,
Yeah, I told them, passion fruit.
yeah, passion fruit. We love passion fruit. Passion fruit's delicious. You can sometimes mix it with this. It's a fantastic mix. So one thing I just want to mention is, what is common throughout all these fruits, the watermelon, the passion fruit, the coconuts, is water. So being in the tropics, and especially where we are, we're very close to the equator, you're going to recognize that your body is going to eliminate so much water on a daily basis, which is a good thing, through breathing, sweating, urination, defecation. And what does that mean? That means it's paramount you drink raw living water, whether it be from raw coconuts or your
Watermelon, dragon fruit.
juicy fruits. This is why we've chosen these fruits. They're very easy to digest, and
they also, as we're eliminating a lot of mucus from our body through stool, through urinary tract, and through the skin, that takes a lot of water to dissolve. So it's paramount to focus on hydration. There are 4 principles that Lou Corona mentions, and we got inspired by one of them, which is cellular environment, and why it is so important for us to change our environment when we want to detoxify, and why, and that's mainly the reason why when we get to the tropics, and many other people do too, they start to, the body starts to cleanse itself. So the tropics is not a place where disease thrives. So like when you get here, you get infected, you get insect bites, you get bacteria, and that's like creating all these things. No, because this is a place where the sun is, it's more calm, you have nature, you have much better quality of fruits that most of the times are not sprayed with chemicals. This enables the body to detoxify itself more deeply. So if one is really interested in making themselves feel better in all ways, like physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, you want to get to these kind of environments. Because the environment where our cells is extremely important, that they are in a place where they can relax and are in a place of resting, so they can start eliminating toxins.
This is our biological eco-niche. Whether you believe in the paleo theory or not, humans are equatorial species and we originated from the islands. We need to eat fruit that's picked right for that to be happening, for them to be at the full sugar content and be perfectly edible, palatable, digestible, satiating. They need to be picked at source. You can't, if you import these into the West, they're gonna have to be picked early, and that causes many problems. You'll fail on this diet if you're doing that. So,
Yeah.
not always. There are fruits you can import, but in general, at the way things are now presently in the world, if you can get yourself out to the tropics, you're gonna do great service to your body, because as Daniela said, all the spokes to health. It's like you could be in the West. When I say the West, I mean like cities and stuff. You can do a juice fast and go to the sauna like I did. That's the best I could do. But you will have problems because on a daily basis you're gonna have to fight.
You're exposed to chemicals, stress,
Stress.
people's vibration, people doubting you. You have to stand so strong, and it's
How can your body even get to cleansing itself when it has to go through that? Your body's going through so many hurdles in the day. It's like, where is there time in it? Especially if you're brainwashed to like exercise every day, balls to the wall.
and it's very difficult to get into the deep stuff that's maybe was accumulated years ago when you're daily getting new stuff coming in. So it's like you never really get to the point of deep cleansing, but it's more of a daily cleansing to try to maintain, and you don't want to get that. So
I was in the sun today, and immediately I went to healing crisis. All my body was itching. A lot of, excuse me for the graphic information, but it's like gray, green, brown, dead skin coming off me, and if you smell it, it all smells like metal. I smell like rusted iron, rusted copper all over, and I don't know what it is. And all my cysts start exploding in the heat. So the heat, the power of the heat here from the sun, and the UV rays, the power those two things have to cleanse your lymphatic system is immense. It happens like that. It's not like,
and if you
Oh,
have all the things, you have the resting, you have the fruits, you have the hydration, those things. If you don't have the sun, that might be the missing link that will give you that purge.
yeah,
Not just the sweating, but also the sun gives you stuff that the food does not, and it's stuff that's beyond the mental comprehension. It's just the way it is, and we realize that now versus Borneo and here, that the good thing about Borneo is you get wild, like super wild fruits that enables cleansing, but here you get the sun. So it's definitely a process of getting the sun, and then if you can't always get the sun, you get the fruit. So you try to change the environment so you get all parts of what you wanted.
through a lot of contemplation, I spend a lot of time in silence seeking truth. I don't look in books. I just ask universe to give to me.
And experience.
And I told Danny, from my experience, my biggest healing crises were happening in the islands, like on the coast. I don't know why, but it happens there. So I said to Danny, I think we need to keep staying in dry seasons, because when we're in the wet season, you don't get the sun, it's raining.
And you get a lot of fruits, and you're feasting, but that's not the thing here.
That's
We're
a
about
refeed. That's
cleansing. Yes, it's more about you have to first eliminate, cleanse, get those stuff out, and then you can go into the refeed. And you do phases of that. So you have a period of eliminating, and then a period of refeed, a period of eliminating, a refeed. Otherwise, it may be too much for the psyche and also the body.
But the toxicity levels of the average human today on planet Earth, we need lower fiber, hydrating, easy to, like, just being very gentle on the body, and having a very, like, basically what I'm saying is we need a dry climate. What does that mean? That means melons if you're in the subtropics. It means coconuts, papaya if you're in the, and watermelon if you're in like the supreme tropics. We're in south of Bali now, and this is basically what you can buy. This is the best thing in the market. It wasn't even, it's not even out of choice. You can't just go there and it's like everything you want to eat. That's, as Daniela said, is in a peak wet season. Go to Borneo in December, January, you're just going to be shocked at the amount of fruit you can eat.
And also because there's not really a fruit conscious community right now.
No. You will detox in those environments, but trust me, my body and everybody's body, the skin is so backed up, your body needs to purge. And that means you need to get into the sun. It is vital on so many levels, you know, because we all think about fruit as being a detoxifier. The sunshine, hydration, and astringents is a fantastic equation for cleansing.
The fruit enables it because it leaves the least metabolic waste. It's the fastest one going through the body, which gives the body more energy, focusing on cleansing itself.
That's why now we don't get up and go for a run. We do activity in the day. We do stretching. We might dance a bit. We might go for a little walk. We don't do anything to tax the body because it already has enough work to do. We're eliminating head to toe, so the faster you want to heal, the more you want to rest. But that doesn't mean be sedentary. It just means be gentle on yourself and don't think you have to do...
There's no need to do workout, but natural activity, so you move the body a bit.
I think that's important to discuss because a lot of people think, like, everybody's brainwashed to be like, workout today, let's go do workout. If you do workout, you're not worth anything, you're guilty. You didn't burn enough calories, you can't eat today. You know, like all these like misconceptions. I'd rather eat less, hydrate more, and rest in my stage. And I do that and I get healing crisis, and that's like a big key to my success so far, and Daniela too. But I just want to discuss something. We basically said get to the heat, get to the dry climates, come change your cellular environment. Think of the world, spend more time looking at the map. You could be in Central America, you could be in the Caribbean and the Bahamas, you could be Central Africa, you could go to Maldives, Seychelles, Madagascar, Mauritius, Sri Lanka, or you can move further where we are, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, North Australia. Look at the world map, look at the belt of the tropics. And what you're going to realize is, this is leading on to the next question about like how do you guys afford to do what you do. We strategically chose to come to Southeast Asia. We didn't just randomly get here. We spent time manifesting, planning, discussing, doing a devil's advocate, discussing like what's the pros and cons of doing this. And right now,
because generally Southeast Asia is much more affordable for people that want to travel long term, that's looking for all the things that the tropics have, but don't need to spend a lot of money. So they need to go back much faster.
The Caribbean now has turned into a honeymoon financial landscape.
For the financially free people or whatever.
Because when you're out here, you need rent, you need accommodation, transportation, and produce. Those are the three components. If you want to do extra activities, you want to get a colonic, you want to go to a sauna, you want to do yoga classes, you want to go to what's it called? What do you call a kasha? Conscious dancing? What is that?
Yeah, ecstatic dancing. Or mount trekking. That will cost. What we do is we don't really go to nothing. Those things. We don't really go to those things. I've done it a bit. But in our journey right now, if I want to dance, I'll put up music here and I'll dance here. Or if we can find beautiful waterfalls
it's free.
that are for free instead of paying like 10,000 or even 100,000 for Indonesian rupiah for just access to getting to those. We'd rather go to free beaches rather than paying 10,000 entrance fee, stuff like that. And you also realize that you don't need to go and see. Thank you. See all the temples, all the stuff. It's just like
you can go stare at statues all day long every day. It ain't gonna help you clean your lymphatic system, your colon.
But also it's the same thing. Like it's just nature is a bit different. Somehow it always blows your mind, even though it's just trees. But when it comes to architecture, it can be nice too. But it goes to a point where it's like, yeah, I don't really need to see those things. So now when we travel, it's not like we go and see each temple all the time. We just more focus on. Ooh, that's nice.
Wait. It tastes it's like a flower field in your mouth. Can you drink a bit of the juice? Shout out to Tony Wright. We live on the reproductive organs of tropical flowering plants to regenerate our brain and return to the euphoria of Eden. Much love to you. Thank you for your research.
Wow. That's so nice.
This is the thing about fruit. It's not about quantity. You can have something as small as like a teaspoon of this and it will just explode with chemicals in your brain. So this is the swollen sex organ of a flowering plant, and this is what we live in symbiosis with these, and this is why we eat fruits, because we awaken to what our ancestors
And
were
we
truly
want,
doing.
yes, like this carnivore thing, like ancestral healing. No, you're looking just like, what are you looking? 2,000 years back, or I don't even know. We gotta look a bit further. What have been the majority of our diet for the amount of time we've been here? It's been fruits, raw, living, wild, ripe fruits, and plants. So this carnivore thing doesn't really make sense.
Everyone's asking us, how do you guys afford this? Like, what are you doing? Let me get this clear to you. I want to give you a daily expense analysis between London and Indonesia or Southeast Asia. In London, I need at least £15 a day to get fruit. I need about £5 in transportation fees, and accommodation would set you back at least £400 to £600 a month. Excuse me if you're sharing. I live on £300 a month here, all expenses included, except for flights. I have sunshine, I have pure living water, I have the environment I need to cleanse my body, which is the most important thing to me on the planet. And
Community.
that's £10 a day. Oh, into community, of course, yeah, you thank heavens for the access to technology we have today. You can, in Bali, the community is there, you can find anyone. Any moment you want, someone's always around who's into yoga, who's into stretching,
Into fruits.
running, surfing, whatever you want. So £10 a day is the budget here we live on per person.
So it's 20 together, 10.
But we make it extra possible because we're a pair, so we share accommodation. We share the scooter. We split the fruit in half. Well, we don't. It's not like we eat less, but I just mean like everything's shared. So it's like it's a joint team effort, and that makes it definitely more possible than traveling alone. It's not fun detoxifying and cleansing yourself and traveling out into the middle of nowhere just by yourself.
That's another video.
Especially as a girl, but yeah, that's another video. There's many females.
So many people are scared of thinking that it's so expensive to travel, when actually, if you play it smart and you go to a place that is more it's more cheap, but still has all the things you want to focus on Asia or more Southeast Asia, and also just go and do it. Just get there, buy the ticket. It may range from, we paid £300 from London to Kuching.
Together.
No, together.
It's 169 was the direct flight.
Oh.
169 from London to Singapore, and then
Oh, wow.
30 to 40 pounds. If you book in advance, you get it cheap. You can be as cheap as 210 pounds. It's that cheap. So instead of catching a late flight to Spain or going doing some BS, there's so many ways. I've seen people waste money in life, and they come to me and say, how do you do what you do? And I'm like, well, I don't waste money the way you waste money. I'm super conscious about where I put my dollars, and I sold everything I own that I don't need in my life, because if you don't use it, just lose it. Simple as that. And guess what I need? I need a shirt,
A towel.
I need my phone, my laptop, I need my credit card, and just a shaver to keep groomed. That's it. Like,
You don't need that much.
It's as simple. Life is as simple as that. And we live now in a conscious bungalow made of wood. And it's like, it feels like a 5-star resort here, but it's only like £15 a night for the two of us.
For 2 people.
And that's us pushing our budget. We're not supposed to really be spending that. We're just treating ourselves because we've had a hard time in Borneo with the healing crisis. So
it's more of a, instead of having this belief around traveling being expensive, break down that belief and realize that I can actually go and do this. You don't have to go and live the way, like live here and start a life here. What I first did is I went here, I got a taste of it, a feel of it. I was here 2 years ago, and then I went back home. I worked, saved up money, and then I went out again. So I'm like, you can prepare yourself and then get ready to maybe leave forever or find a place that you really enjoy. Because once you get here, you realize that it may not be the paradise that you had expected in your mind.
Yeah,
so
everything's not perfect here. There is many pros and cons we can discuss. Like, don't think it's all. Everyone thinks it's all paradise. It's all perfect. It's not.
So it's better to just come here and see it for what it is, and then just do it. Yeah.
First time I traveled, I looked up to the heavens and I said, I'm gonna go with Daniela to Borneo. I'm gonna live on exotic fruit, and I want you to prove to me what it does to me. And when I went, I had a big tumor in my stomach that popped out so much mucus that I went back to London with a revelation of, I'm going back. You know, like I didn't.
And we went the next season again.
Yeah, well, next.
We got even more cysts.
We get what you wish for. No, I'm joking. You got to go through it. It's okay. So that's minimal. If you can't make online £4,000 a year, you're not awake. It's very easy to make online money. You can teach English. Go on the health path.
You can even do work away. You can travel and just work 4 or 5 hours a day with people that are like-minded, and just do some gardening or farming or whatever it may be, and you don't pay for your accommodation, you don't pay for your food, and then you're able to travel like minimum cost. You don't need to pay that much. So it's better to just, doesn't have to be a resort. It can just be you going out and living here. It's not like we do new stuff every day. Sometimes you just spend the whole day in this resort, but besides from going and getting fruit. So all in all, it's just you save up the money somehow, research, and really, instead of thinking, oh, I can't do this, think I can do is how can I make it happen. Start looking at all the things you can do, and then pack your bag, watch backpack videos of how you pack your backpack. And
yeah, because I only walk around here with flip-flops, a shirt, and a towel. Like, I have to wear a towel for my healing crisis, but I don't really wear much new things. Like, I don't. This is Ali's underwear. This I got in Thailand last year from him. Yeah. It's not because we're poor, it's just because we just don't need it.
Yes. We'll get amazing stuff on when we're cleaned out, but we don't see the point of like putting a nice
furniture in an old house.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Why would you put like brand new furniture, like made of like very fine materials, in like a mashed beat up flat? Ooh, this one's gonna be good because the petals are white. Well, Danny picks them all. They're all gonna be amazing. But what we want to say is that why not consider waking up and realizing this planet is suffering? Go out in public, open your eyes, and be like, oh my gosh, she's got dark circles. He's constipated. She's acting crazy. He looks dehydrated. That person's got glasses. That one's balding. Wake up and realize, whoa, this planet is a market. There's so many people to help. I'm sorry to look at it as a business, but we all live in the matrix globally, so there ain't, no matter where you run, you're gonna face, you can come up here to an organic durian farm. The guy still wants cash for his durian. Not always. Sometimes you can be lucky and get them for free if they're lovely people. But what I'm saying is that take it or leave it in this planet, in this life, as a human being. You're a spiritual being in a human body, in a physical body, in a material world. But unfortunately, in this present time, you need to make cash. It's a part of life.
And
Accept that.
It can be a beautiful thing, like helping people is
the
most beautiful service you can do.
Exactly.
And money is just an energy. If you have a bad connection with money that don't allow you to receive it, well, you need to work on that. Is it because of your parents?
Yeah.
Did they argue about money, so you were like, okay, I don't want to have this argument, and therefore I will detach from money and not get it at all.
Yeah.
You need to just break down all those belief systems, so you will allow to get the money you need. Maybe find a partner. And then.
Ooh, fragrant one. Sorry.
Oh, nice. And then you want to focus on cheap countries there where your currency is a lot stronger than their currency, and pack your bag and just go.
And don't get attached to one country. Just like I'll give you my advice. You'll reach a point with everywhere you go after a month or 2 or 3.
At least you do.
You reach your point where you want to change of environment. You don't want to lock yourself down and say, I'm gonna go to this farm. I'm gonna live there forever. I'm gonna be happily ever after. You're not.
Maybe.
Well, this planet is suffering, and as long as everybody's suffering around you, you're never ever going to be happy. You need community, connections. If you look at, Danny was talking about Teal Swan, but the disconnection is like the ultimate source of like people's unhappiness and stuff. If you're disconnected, you know, you can be as healthy, even us, we can be as healthy as we want. As long as people are unhealthy and the world around us is sick, we're not ever going to be relaxed in our own selves. The reason why we're doing this work is because we want to see a world full of healthy, happy people. So I can be happy. You know, it's not just like my vanity and like my life. I want you to be happy so I can be happy. Because if you're in pain, I'm in pain. Where does that come from? Being connected to everything, you know?
Yeah.
So
we really want you to come here and be here with us. We don't want to, we want you to know, we want to give you the resources and the knowledge to get here and do these things. It's just that
we help people for free online. You ask us
a
questions.
lot. But also helping us funds this, because that's the only thing we really focus on. Fruits, calm environment, or whatever we may need in that present moment.
Yes.
So yeah.
I think other than that, yeah, we hope that makes it clear. Food, transport, accommodation, and manifest it, visualize it, expect it.
Because in this environment, you will much more likely find more happiness and just more cleansing happening in all realms.
I'm telling you, the cleaner and lighter you become, Flavours of Light, the cleaner and lighter you become, the more pure a body. As you just start emptying your mind, you clean your colon, you clean your blood, you purify your lymphatic system, you get rid of all the sludge, toxic waste, mucus, fungus, whatever's inside of you, the odors. Once you start getting rid of that cellulite and flushing everything out, the light you become in mind and spirit and physical body, you're gonna become a happier person.
Yep.
And you can't pay for that. You have to earn it. You have to walk this path. You can't take a lift. The stairs are there. You don't climb the stairs, don't go. And dear carnivores, you can stay down in the cave, lock yourself away, live behind the fire. We're here to pull people out of Plato's cave. So if you want to come out of the cave, embrace the truth, take action, don't rush into things. You can always reach out to us. We're happy to help. If it requires a lot of our time, we will charge a small fee.
It's not really a fee, it's just almost like a donation.
Yeah, exactly. It helps us support these farmers and live our life and have a roof over our head. But in general, you can
continue on our goal.
You can make it happen. If you enjoyed this mukbang, please give a thumbs up. You can comment, send us a message for questions you have about future topics you'd like us to discuss, and then we can go into like detoxification, healing crisis, other topics in the raw food movement. Anything else? No. We hope you enjoyed this.
Thank you so much, and much love, and go and have some fruits today. Bye.